from here, I'm going to show y'all what I've been working on. Now, this short presentation is called Collecting Receipts, right? Now, these are receipts that the universe gave me as I got keys. They got what you call irresistible impulse, where you do something, you don't know why you're doing it, but you follow it anyway because something inside you say that you should do this, and there's a valid and legitimate purpose. So, in understanding the resurrection, before we can clean up the BS, right, we have to do what you call a reenactment, where a redeemer have to show their level by enacting the rights of the hero of the story. So, in order to raise himself to the level of full embodiment of the overall energy, you have to go through the experience on the spiritual plane. You have to go through the same experience that the hero of the story endured in order to embody the virtues, strengths, and things like that from that hero. So now, I'm not going to do no more invites because they can watch the replay because it's not going to be long. So now, we go through all of the mythology. Remember, we was Hansel and Gretel, and what we were doing was collecting breadcrumbs on our way home. So watch this. These are my breadcrumbs. I'm about to show them to y'all. All right. Now, this was my connection to the Via Kings, the vicarious kings of the seas. Right? Look at this. This is all Norseman, Irish Gaelic. Right? Now, this is what you see here when the master, see, as above, so below. So you see he's writing. I have to decode some shit for y'all today in here. Remember, I'm coming out the Blue Lodge, right? Pandoras Box. What did they let out the box? The fucking gorilla. This Tupac. This is the musician, or right here. Remember the forbidden apple. And then remember you seen the apple in the heart center, so you had to get the forbidden apple, right? And this is called the Star of Life. Then from the Wiccans you had to get your Athame in order to cast your sacred witch's circle. And then from the natives you get your sage. You get your sage. This is what Lady Liberty is holding up, the sage. The sage is another way of saying priest. And the sage is the one that's to come in the end. So what you see Lady Liberty holding up as the torch is a burning sage plant, because the sage has to ward off the wicked. So you have that, and you always have to have the implements of the scribe, which is represented by the pencil. And this here is dragon's blood ink, meaning that I had to slay the dragon to get it. But it's symbolic. It's not literal. It's symbolic. It's just giving me messages. So I'm showing you how I'm collecting my breadcrumbs along the path. Now look, the spotted dog. This dog is made out of a certain material called jasper. So if you go back and look in the Bible, it talk about the jasper stone. But the dog represents loyalty. Right? Now later on, depending on how the format run, when I present the receipts, I might go over more detailed meanings of some of this stuff. Now this represents the hammer. Remember yesterday when I went over Putin, as I took Thor's hammer, the thunder, the god of thunder has been defeated. That's the symbolic of me taking his hammer, right? You see the two wolves right here? The two wolves? That's just symbolic. Those are signs I'm following. Now here is the stone. Now here is the stone the builders rejected right here. The black stone here became the chief cornerstone. There is no other stones available except for the apple was made out of white onyx. Now, when you get over here, this is the Excalibur. This is King Arthur's sword that it was in my car yesterday when I was showing Putin that I can remove the sword, right? Now, this looked like the same, but they not. Because remember, it's two females that has to crown him. Two females has to crown him, right? They have to say he's worthy. So you got two different. Now look at the symbols. 5% nation, remember? Now watch this one. Remember the dove? Remember the dove? Now watch this. Look at her. The redhead princess, Scotta. You see? Now watch this. Watch this. Who is this one? Who is she? That's Sophia. This is Sophia. When you look up Sophia, this picture right here comes up under the name of Sophia. So now, I got to tell y'all what that means later. Now you see the black and the red rose, right? And they say that's death, and this is love. So you got to rise up. The rose also means resurrection. So by the way of love, death, we are reborn, right? Now, this particular chain, this is symbolic. Now, this is the 7 chakra stone that is used as the pendulum. Now, remember, the pendulum is the compass in the craft. So the pendulum has to be controlled by a master who knows how to use it. Now, that's the 7 chakra stone. Now, remember, he made an allegiance with the 7 masters of the cycles. But this chain right here is broken. See? So now, he broke free. This is broke. I didn't break this on purpose. It was broke on its own. I still wear it, even while it's broke. Right? So that's the broken chains. Those were the chains that held us in bondage that I broke back in June. Now, when you look over here, you see this tree? Now, we're going to get into this tree because within here is the runes. Now, this ties me to the Odinists. Thor's hammer and the Odinists. See, this is how I was able to defeat Thor, by being able to scry the runes. So, I go in and I find out that there are the runes. See? Onyx runes. All this is, and then when you get over here, this is called the staff of Hermes. This is the staff of Hermes. Right? So that's my Greek connection. Now I gotta add, all this shit gotta add up at the end of the day. This is all my receipts. This is the ankh. It's not made out of wood. It's made out of a resin substance. So I had to find this ankh. And the person that had this particular ankh, the exact one I was looking for, lived entirely on the other side of the country. And I was told that, well, I told this person that at the close of the age, right, at the close of the age, that they can have whatever they want because they fought with the Scorpion King in the past over many times. So this time they don't have to fight in the blood and the gore. They can get to do something enjoyable in this lifetime. So I found it. See, I got to find all this shit to make the dots connect in order. So right now I'm showing y'all the receipts. Right? Now, you seen the staff of Hermes. Now this right here, this is the staff of Moses. Right? Because I got to have this to show that my wisdom exceeds that of the false prophets. So I got to have the staff of Moses too. Right? Which I could go into the story of Moses, but at this time it's too late in the hour. I already been over it before. Okay, now, remember yesterday I told y'all this is my Japanese, my Asian connection to Sun Wukong. It also takes me to the Shaolin Temple. Right? And it also takes me to the Bushido warriors and the samurai. Right? The Bushido warrior code and the samurai. So this, I had to get this This is the receipt. Now look, this is the flag of the United Nubian Nation of Moors. Look in there. That's the Amun. Right? That was the unknown guy. He's not unknown anymore because he's in the sun. He's in the spotlight now. He's in the sun. That's the Hua. That means love in every language around the world. Right? So we're going to get into all of this. And this right here, this is a direct link to Sun Wukong. This is one of those staffs that pops out, and that goes to the legend. And then you have the Book of Life, right? Now you see what she's doing? Noble Drew Ali says sometimes he had to go around his elbow to get to his thumb. But what is she pointing at? As above, so below. So now what has to happen is, just like he up here writing, I got to decode some shit from the receipts, which starts with this. I bought this today. I'm going to show y'all the receipt for this. Now notice this A. This is the A tone. Now notice where the arrow is pointing. Look at her finger. So it's telling me to give y'all the A tone. Now remember the Million Man March and Farrakhan said when you hear the A tone, we'd be at one, right? So now these are the things that I'm going to be dealing with today. Y'all see them? These are the receipts. Even this paper receipt this paper receipt was a clue. And when we go over that, y'all going to be blue back. All right? So these are the things that I'm working on. These are the receipts. This is the breadcrumbs that was left for Hansel and Gretel. Right? So I got a couple more things I got to go put in order. And then we're going to get into what all this really do mean. Right? So share this video so when I come back later, people can get to see this shit. They can get to see what else I got to show them. I'm going to be putting this couple of videos up on my page. And these videos are going to be leading up to the information that I'm going to be giving in the next live. So y'all watching, they should be pretty short. They're going to be sound bites of a couple of different people that we all love to hear talk anyway. So I'm going to go take care of my business so y'all see what we're working with. Now I got to tie all this shit together. Right? I got to tie all this shit together. All right, so share the video.